Hi everyone, it's Sunday, July 21st, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. Starting with Europe this week, our editor Andrea Guolo reports that downward pressure continues and low-grade selections are down again. In the UK and Ireland, the reference price for 36 plus hides is steady with last week at 75 cents per kilo, both in euros and in pounds. Of course, larger volumes can go as low as 70 cents. With regard to European cows, there were some declines last week that brought certain selections in line with the rest of the market. In the bull sector, there was little variation, and with regard to veal skins, demand for the high end in Italy remains very good, and tanneries are stocking up on skins to meet anticipated demand for those. In this week's commentary, Andrea sums up the changing dynamics of the market and takes a closer look at what is going on in Arzignano. He says that the tannery situation there is not entirely negative and lays out exactly what that means. On a side note, most Italian tanneries will be closing by the 8th of August for their traditional summer vacation, so the European report will be on hiatus after the August 2nd issue. We'll resume in September with an abbreviated update on the European market before ACLE in Shanghai. Turning to the United States, packers held firm again this week, but any increases that they got were nominal and based on lower volume sales. Some maintain that they are turning away bids because they don't have the supplies of the popular steers. With regard to heavy Texas steers, trading was non-existent this week, so sales prices remained at the $25 and $26 levels of last week on 62, 64 pound averages. The cow sector continues to be difficult, and interest has started waning even on some of the selections that have so far remained steady with regard to prices and interest. With regard to U.S. slaughter, the week totaled 651,000, and it's not likely that packers sold a full week's worth of hides. Combined export sales for the week ending July 12th were 500,500, which fell far short of slaughter. Shipments were especially disappointing at 424,200. In our market observations this week, we take a look at the current firmness on steers and how the price increases of late could backfire for the market if you look beyond the short term. From Brazil, editor Ronald Guiel reports that after last week's declines, both fresh hides and TR1 were generally steady. TR1 was selling at 47 cents a square foot. Ronald also notes that sales are lagging because of the upcoming European holiday. This week again, Argentina's market was quiet. In news items from Brazil, we include a report on a new agreement between the Brazilian footwear component sector and its Ecuadorian counterpart. And from elsewhere in Latin America, we have news that Argentina's June slaughter was lower and that a new tannery hub is being constructed. In Colombia, sales of footwear and leather goods were up 13.4% in May. So that's all we have for today, and until next week, good night from HideNet.